Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. Jacqueline. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. Jacqueline at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome. Thank you for being here today on USA Global TV and Radio. That was our new introduction. I hope that you love it. We've got another voiceover coming soon, but for the interim, I'm just so happy and proud that we have just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. If you didn't get a chance to join us, that's okay. We still love you. Go over to our YouTube channel and just look for the playlist called Special Events, and you can see the 5.5 hours, I believe, that we live streamed and had people from all over the world. It was a wonderful celebration. So if you haven't met me before, I am Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. I'm the president, founder, and chief listening officer here at our network, where we really celebrate you. We celebrate you because your views, your comments, your likes is what's helping us grow. And as of today, it's an even bigger number than what I announced yesterday. Over the last 28 days, we have over 61,000 views just in 28 days, which is remarkable. So a round of applause for all of you out there. And a special thanks to our team members here at USA Global TV and Radio. Our show today is a woman's prerogative, and our topic is "This is my social media strategy for 2023. It might be a very short discussion or it might be very lengthy, depending on what it is we're all doing or planning on doing. Let's welcome our panel. Joining us from New Zealand, I always love to say that New Zealand, it's Mariska Dupree. Mariska, welcome. Mariska has been very busy as we have just published our second book in the children's series. And Mariska, I don't know if I shared this with you, but the Lady Ella's ABCs of Listening hit 3 #1 new releases on Amazon yesterday: Spiders and Insects, children's music, and also performing arts. So well done you.
Well, it was, as ever on your platform, a team effort, because not only did I participate, but there is another team member within our session today that also participated with our song that came from the book.
That's exactly right. Listening lazies. Let's bring her out. Dr. Madeline Chan, welcome.
Hey, hi. Hello, Dr. Jacqueline. Hi, Mariska. Yes, I've got to say, that song and the video, it's in my mind constantly from the anniversary yesterday. It's hypnotic. It really is. I believe that most grown-ups are going to be singing it rather than children. I know it's for children, but wow, it's powerful.
Yes, I agree. And just something I want to share before we bring out the other 2 panelists. I shared this with you, Doctor, right before we went live. But before we went live yesterday, where we were launching this, I meet with Alcini, and he's like, wait, back up. When I'm running, he goes, there's a spelling mistake in there. I'm like, what? I already published it everywhere, and I had to use the version with the spelling mistake. So it just goes to show you always need another set of eyes to review things. So that's really good advice too, especially with social media. Let's bring out our other 2 panelists. Joining us from the depths of sleep. She had to wake up to join us. You have to love that kind of dedication. JENETTA Barry in the Epiphany Process. Hello. It is amazing. Seriously, that takes a lot of commitment. So thank you.
Well, always a pleasure to be here and an honor. And I just love being with all my team members from USA Global TV and sharing like this. I only miss it if I really, really can't get here, because to me, it's just wonderful.
Well, thank you. That really shows, because I don't know that I would be here at that time of night because I'm already asleep. So, but thank you, thank you. And our newest panelist is joining us, Caroline HEWARD. Let's welcome her. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. It's nice to see you again today after yesterday. And Mariska, we missed you yesterday for the anniversary, but these other three ladies were here. And how would you describe the event?
Oh, it was amazing.
It was.
Yeah.
What I really liked about it was DJ Big Scott. I loved the fact that you had your playlist, Dr. Jacqueline, and it just kind of lifted the vibration when people were coming in to say what they needed to say to promote. And then, wow, the music came on. It was fabulous. It was absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it immensely.
YouTube didn't like it too much. I don't know how many copyright claims, probably one for every song, and it was blocked. You did it too.
Ouch.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about social media. As you know, I use social media all the time. In fact, I think I literally sicken some people because I am posting constantly. I'm using Hootsuite and sending things out in advance for a month or 2 months. So it's a huge part of what I do. But I'd like to hear from the rest of you. How do you use social media, and what results are you looking to get from social media? So why don't we start with wide-eyed, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed JENETTA, because you use social media a lot too.
I do. What I've noticed with social media is that it's not about getting direct results. Most of my business comes in through word of mouth. And I've noticed that the more I'm out there, the more people remember, oh, yes, so-and-so recommended so-and-so, contact JENETTA. Or, oh, yes, I remember so-and-so told me that she helped them. And if I'm always there with whether it's an inspirational quote or a piece that I speak about, a reel or whatever it is, or a short story, it's about always showing up and being present. It's that presence. And I kind of know, because for a while I wasn't posting to my main, by way of example, Facebook account, my profile. It was always being posted to JENETTA Barry and the Epiphany Process page. And it's like people began because I have a big following on my private Facebook account, and I noticed that people were forgetting that I was still in business. So this year the campaign has been to concentrate as much on my private profile on Facebook, because I think there is something like nearly 4,000 people there, as much as on LinkedIn and the Facebook pages, not so much on Twitter. And we're actually expanding the YouTube channel too, on the Epiphany Process side, and trying different angles to see what to do with that. So that's the strategy for this year.
I like it. That's great.
Yeah.
You know, you brought up a really important point, and I want to ask the panel if they have anything similar for those of you who have pages. I have my largest following on my private page, Jacqueline Kerbeck, because that's what I started out with. And that's where I spend most of my time. And I noticed on Facebook that when I go to USA Global TV and radio, where it has invite friends, it never lets me invite anyone. Anytime I go to do it, I've tried from my phone, from my computer, it says it's not available. So I put all my effort into my personal page, and I really should be putting it into the business page, but I don't have a very large following there because people are following me on my private page. So it's kind of, I don't know what the answer is, but who else here has a page? Business page? Caroline, Mariska, Madeline. Okay, you all do. That's great, because then I'll be able to tag you going forward. Okay, let's have Mariska. Why don't you tell us about what your strategy is for this year? Since you're a day ahead of us, you're already moving forward quicker than we are.
Yes, my year is closer to the end than the beginning already. I think for me, that's one of the things that I'm trying to figure out this year is seeing which areas. So social media is very, very, very big, right? You can do Facebook, you can do LinkedIn, there's so many different platforms. It's mind-boggling. So really deciding which ones I want to focus on most, as well as making sure that that's actually the place where the people that I want to interact with are hanging out. It's no use I have a whole bunch of stuff on Facebook, for instance, and my target audience and the people that normally works with me hangs out on, I don't know, TikTok, for instance. So I'll be missing them and they'll be missing me, and we will have different conversations in different spaces. So first, making sure that I am hitting the correct social media platform. And secondly, making sure that, as Dr. Jacqueline just mentioned, around the whole, is this my private page? Is this my business page? So if I need to do a TikTok page, making sure that it is a TikTok business page and not setting up something that is a personal page, because then I need to do the work twice. Now, I don't know about you guys. Engineers are prone to be a little bit lazy, just a tad, right? We don't like doing stuff twice. So I would like to do just once if I can. So in my LinkedIn platform, for instance, I have my personal LinkedIn profile, and that's it. I do not have a business one. I use my personal one for my business one because me and my business are one. So that's the way that I'm doing it at the moment. And maybe 2023 might show me other ways of doing that. Or I might find a few different ways that you guys are doing it and try something out. So yeah, that's me at the moment.
Fantastic. Thank you. And that's what this is all about, brainstorming, right? To see how we can help one another. And a little later on in the show, if we have time, I'm going to play a video. I don't know if you saw it yesterday. Did anyone see the Daisy Gideon video on the show? Okay, perfect. And I'll segue as to why we're going to talk about that in a minute. So, okay, so that makes a lot of sense. I didn't know engineers were lazy, and I don't think you're lazy at all. So I don't see that in you, but okay, let's go over to Dr. Chan. Tell us about your strategy. And you said that you have a business page on one of the platforms, or more than one?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, Dr. Jacqueline, I do. To be honest, I'm a newbie at this. I only started to go on social media in 2020 when I came back. So I'm still trying to learn about it. But I do feel, however, and resonate with JENETTA, yourself, Dr. Jacqueline, and Mariska, in the way that how come your Facebook is up as far as friends and viewing, and then you open a business page, and
Hi,
honestly,
my name is Daisy
you
Gideon.
cannot seem to you can't seem to get the same amount of people, invite them to your business page. It's very strange, and I just want to say thank you, Mariska, for sharing about TikTok business page, because I didn't know about that. As I said, I'm a newbie, and I'm having to learn from Dr. Jacqueline in the way that when I was writing posts, I was writing like a life story, a big blog, like a big storybook. And, you know, Dr. Jacqueline said, to tell me to use certain words and not to have such a big blog. It's not blogging. It's just certain words to attract certain viewers, traffic. I don't like to say traffic, but people to your page. But I'm a newbie and I'm still learning and I'm making a lot of mistakes. So I really honor and respect being here. So I don't know a lot. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I don't think that's true. You just don't know what you don't know yet, and you will know, because it's a continuous learning process. It really is. And the one thing that I've also found is, to Mariska's point about finding where your people are, is it's not possible to be fully on all the time on all the platforms unless this is what you do for a living. And if you hire someone to do it, I've done that twice so far. It was very expensive and it didn't do anything. It was a complete waste of money. It's in the category of total waste of money, which I seem to have accumulated a number of those so far. So like, for example, on this platform, we can't stream to Instagram because Instagram doesn't allow it. So therefore, I don't have a big following on Instagram because I'm spending all my time everywhere else. But I will go over there, but that requires a whole other set of posting with all the hashtags, because that's a hashtag platform. So we've got a couple comments and we'll go to Caroline. Let's see. Maria Eduardo is back with us. Hello, nice to have you. So true, Dr. Jacqueline. People get bored and hardly read an entire story. Exactly. Short and sweet, to the point. You've got it there. Thank you for engaging with us. And we do have another comment. Where is it? Here it is. Brian Miller Tabler. Good afternoon over on Facebook. Thank you, Brian. Good afternoon to you as well. Caroline, tell us about what you're doing on social media.
Well, I'm a little bit of an old hand. I set up my social media on Facebook originally back in 2008 after I'd had some training and social media, and it was all a little bit of it was just over my head, all of it. And one of my trainers, who was incredible in that space, he said, choose one thing, choose one platform and focus on it. And I'll never forget that. And what I did was I said, right then, I'm going to focus on Facebook. And that's what I did. I focused on Facebook and I built my followers and friends. And I've now got probably about over 6,000 now, probably over 1,000 followers, plus almost 5,000 friends. And what I've noticed is continuing to post so that people know you're there. They don't always respond. They don't always like and comment, but they watch you. There are people that lurk, that watch, that see, but don't comment or like or love. And so it's not about the likes and loves and comments, because I've spoken to people outside of my own sphere in terms of my training, and they said, "Oh, you're always there. You're always posting. You know, it's you're consistent." And so I feel that from what JENETTA was saying, that it's important to be there because you're then becoming known for who you are and what you do. And when you have a consistent message or you're doing something consistently and sharing value, sharing something that's helpful, you become recognized and remembered. And that's what social media is about. I certainly don't get lots of referrals from social media. And at the same time, I feel that it's because my background when I was in corporate PR and marketing was about being seen, and it's all about positioning as far as I'm concerned, and branding. And when people know who you are and what you do and who you stand for and what you stand for, then it's about getting people to get to know you, to like you, to love your stuff. So I give as much as I can. It's all about value for me. And then eventually it moves into, oh, I know who will be able to help you with that. And that's when the referrals kick in. And I certainly do post the USA Global presentations that I'm doing, the shows that I'm doing. And there is a few people that are commenting, not many, but it's amazing how many people outside when I'm out and about say, oh, you're always out there, you're always posting. I'm also on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not my favorite space. I find it, I'm still trying to get myself around it, but I have, I think about over 6,000 followers there. And that is much more businessified. And so I'm still working out how that really works. And at the same time, again, that for me is a branding experience. It's to be there, to be seen, to show up for what I stand for. I personally can't, cope with any other platforms because I just don't know how to learn another platform. I'd be interested in how you could do all this social media, Dr. Jacqueline. I don't know how you fit it all in amongst everything else that you do. You amaze me. And at the same time, it's been extraordinarily challenging and rewarding to be able to post these shows that I'm in, because it not only is associating myself with an incredible brand, an incredible family that's giving lots and lots of value, it's also raising my own personal profile as to my content and how I can genuinely help people amongst everyone else, because this is an incredible family.
Thank you, Caroline. So many great points. And to what you just mentioned, and Janetta mentioned it earlier, it's not a home run on day one, but people are watching, people are reading, they're just not taking action. And to your point, you said people are coming up to you and saying, hey, I see you posting all the time. And I'll have somebody say, oh, I see XYZ happens with you. And I'll think, but you didn't say anything. You didn't like, you didn't love, you didn't comment, you didn't share. What are you doing out there? But they're doing whatever it is that they do, but they are out there. So I think it's a matter of being consistent, deciding on when you're going to post, how often you're going to post, and what you are posting. For example, yesterday was my brother-in-law's 60th birthday. You might have seen that. And I put a post with all these pictures, and the first 2 times I posted all of it, 25 pictures, Facebook didn't take it. And I had to start all over again. And then I thought, maybe the universe is telling me not to put it on here. Maybe I shouldn't have all these pictures. Maybe. So the 3rd time it worked. But it does take a lot of time. And it's also on your personal pages, you are still a person and you're a business person. So I think it's that fine line of how much do you post that's personal so people can connect with you, and then also business. I know one of our team members here, I won't say his name, but he's in a motorhome. He told me that I wasn't posting enough personal things, that it's always about the shows. But that's a big thing of what I do. I don't have that much going on personally. It's all, related to the business. So I could make things up, but there's nothing else.
I'm sure that there is a lot of behind the scenes stuff, Dr. Jacqueline, that is happening that people might be interested in.
Yeah,
absolutely, Mariska. The Dr. Jacqueline secret diaries.
I texted Dr. Samuel last night about the battery in my car and sitting in a parking lot alone. Right? Yeah, that's exciting. Weren't you excited, Dr. Shan, when you read that?
I felt for you. I thought, wow, I really did. And I just admired you in every way. I mean, there was 2 scenarios. You could have just panicked and not done anything. And you just acted in that moment. Loved it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Apparently I need to get a new battery. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see when I go try to start the car today. Janetta, go ahead.
It's stories like that are really help people to understand where you're coming from and what type of person you are that's created your brand, and what you deal with and how you deal with it behind the scenes. And when you marry the 2 up, it makes them feel like they personally are involved with you. They're emotionally invested, and that is why those personal posts are so very valuable, because it makes people feel as though they're with you and know you and understand you, and they're invested in you.
I like that. Thank you. And you can also see the journey of my weight and also my hairstyles over the years. I was like, oh, that was a fat time. Oh, that was a bad hairstyle. Why'd I wear that dress? So let's look at something from another perspective. Have you ever thought of using social media as a way to stand on your soapbox about something that you are really passionate about? So in addition to, this is my business, this is what it is I do, or this is me with the family, this is me in a tree, to this is what I believe, and I want to, motivate people, inspire people to join me.
Yeah, okay. I have with all my stuff. where I've stepped out a number of times and spoken more transparently than a lot of people think one is allowed in the line of business I'm in, because I really believe that the more you speak from the heart, from a topic that I deal with so often, with depression and suicide, the more people have the ability to heal. And when I first started out being like that, I often got challenged and attacked from time to time. One person I had to completely block because they were so opposed to what I was saying. And I don't mind having an opposed, but when somebody starts getting emotionally, verbally abusive, then that's the boundary. So yeah, I have used it to speak my truth in it with a topic that a lot of people are easily fired up in. But I have noticed that the more I've done it, the less I've had to do it, if that makes any sense.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. Let's hear from Caroline. I think you were going to say something. Then I want to share this video clip. Caroline, go ahead, please.
One of the things that I do, and it was something that, because I've been working with promoters for a very long time, and one of my promoters said, all you ever post is business stuff, the things that you do in terms of your work or quotes. And he said, people want to know what you're doing, how you socialize, the kind of activities that you do, because obviously he knew about the things that I was up to. And he says, you do some fire out and some interesting things, you should be posting them. I said, do you really think so? Do you think people will be really interested? And he says, oh gosh, yeah. He said, tell them about your gong baths, and post pictures about the people, that you're training with. And I said, do they really want that? And he said, yes, they do. And so that's where I post events and things that I do, like gong baths and meditations and concerts, chanting concerts, because this is very extraordinary, out of the norm for most people. And it has incited some comments from people to say, well, that's interesting. That looks amazing. I'd like to go to one of those. When's the next one? It doesn't create lots of attention, but the few people that have made a comment and said something, what it does is it shows more of you, who you are as a person behind the business and what you do in your spare time and who you really are. And as JENETTA mentioned, that is about that social and emotional connection, getting to know you as a person versus you as the business, and always promoting and posting about the work kind of things. Even though it is kind of a work thing, it's also my social and my downtime stuff as well. And I call it my indulgence.
Thank you, Caroline. And I think it goes back to the old adage of people buy from people. They want to know who the person is on the other side of that business demeanor. So I want to run this clip. This clip was actually made specifically for the show yesterday, the anniversary celebration. But I love the fact that she ties it in with her work. And I think the way she delivers the message about her work is so compelling, and she delivers it in such a professional way that you immediately are drawn in. And I think that's one of the big advantages of social media, that we've come a long way from knocking door to door selling vacuum cleaners or Encyclopedia Britannicas, right? We just have to go to social media, and people from some part of the world at any time are going to be on there. So let's take a look at this. And I'm not going to say anything about anything else because she pretty much does it herself. I tried to bring this up before and it started playing right away, so I apologize. Let's see.
Hi, my name is Daisy Gideon, and I'm a Lebanese Australian journalist, filmmaker, entrepreneur, humanitarian, and human rights activist. And it is my absolute honour today to be able to congratulate Dr. Jack and Al Cini on the 1-year anniversary of the USA Global TV and Radio Network. Congratulations, guys. I know it must have taken incredible courage and persistence and consistency and a huge amount of work to get this off the ground and to keep it going for a year. And now you're charging into your second year. I'm so proud and so honored to be part of this welcome, congratulations, and to be part of a friend group that knows you and knows what you're doing, and to be able to join you. I know that we've started to work together, and I have seen the love and the labor that you are injecting into the work that you're doing. And I can't thank you enough for supporting me in my mission and giving me a platform, as you have done hundreds of others around America and around the world who would probably find it difficult to have their voice and their opinion heard in the way that you allow us to share what is true to us and important to us. And for me, being able to work with you now, both of you, Dr. Jack and Al, on the Talking Peace program that we're doing, has been a wonderful insight into how we can bring our voices together around the world to try and bring peace to the world, bring awareness to how important it is for everyone to be involved in the peace mission. And the other work that I'm going to be doing, it is my honor to be able to bring to your platform a program from Lebanon, where I'll be returning next week to continue my mission to help save and promote the plight of Lebanon and the people of Lebanon, who have been enduring the worst economic, political, social, and justice crisis in human history. No other country has, sadly, and I don't wish it on any other country, endured the calamity of catastrophes that Lebanon has endured over the last 5 to 7 years, all at the hands of a leadership elite that do not seem to have the will or the desire to bring harmony and rights back to the Lebanese people. So my mission will be to continue the work that I've already started through my documentary, Enough, Lebanon's Darkest Hour, which was released a couple of years now, and to enlighten, educate, and awaken the world to the situation in order that they may join us in allowing the people of Lebanon to have their rights returned to them, restore the human basic rights of the Lebanese. And this is a global issue. It's not just a Lebanon issue. There are people all over the world that are demanding and calling and pleading for their rights. What I hope to do is, through my work, bring attention to issues all over the world using your platform and many others, I hope, to be able to alleviate the crisis around the world. So congratulations again, and thank you so much for this opportunity to participate and be involved in your platform and to share a mission of peace, justice, and truth for all. Thank you so much.
Wow. Now, remember, the reason I brought up this is social media strategy, right? So we can forget the first part, which was very nice. But the second part about her work, okay, were you drawn in?
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to know more?
Yes, very much so.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you don't know her, right? You don't know her, maybe never heard of her, but now you know she has a mission. And now you know what it is she's about. So her name's Daisy Gideon, and she has a huge number of followers on LinkedIn and Facebook. I think 60-some thousand just on one platform. But she's committed to what she's doing, and social media enables her to get her word out. So I'm sure that because of all the work that she's been doing, more and more people are following her, and she knows her message so well, right? There's no papers there. She just knows it because it's coming from her heart and from her experience. So any comments that you'd like to make about the power of social media or about Daisy's video that we just saw? Yes.
I believe that she's got so much passion. It's not just about her business. It's a heart. She's wearing her heart on her sleeve, and she's really been through it. So through the experience and seen so many people being deprived and being just injustice in every way. And her heart is about bringing justice and liberty and fair justice. And for the people that's what really screamed out at me. She is there for the voice of the people because they have been silenced. So she's the voice of the people to convey it to in the outer world, whereas they would have been silenced. that's what I found immensely powerful about her.
Thank you so much for sharing that. We'll take one more comment about that topic. Anybody? Somebody? Nobody? Caroline, yes.
My
Sorry. doesn't look like Caroline, does it?
I've become Madeline. My feel was that she connected to my heart. She spoke to my heart, and she spoke to my emotion about her mission. I felt her, and I wanted to I was just with her. I felt like she was hugging me with her message, and that's because she's so passionate about it. That's what it conveyed to me. And overriding all of that, she started off with saying who she is: a humanitarian, she's an entrepreneur. That was really stating her space, and then coming into her own with her mission. It was beautiful. You know, she's very wedded, I call it, to her mission, her purpose, and who she stands for in life.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that, Caroline / Madeline. No.
That would be Carradine.
That's quite interesting.
So I hope that what you're taking away from this is that we've all learned things. We're all doing things on social media. There's more we can be doing if we feel that it's going to have an upside and it's going to add value. You know, there's still people out there who are not on social media. We have to remember that. So when we come up with our strategies for business or for people to get to know us, they're not all here on YouTube or Facebook or any of those other platforms. Some of them are, I don't know where they are, but they're not there. So we have to think of how can we get to them as well. So what I'd really love now, since it's the beginning of the year, I know we've already had a show, I think, haven't we? Yes, 1 or 2 shows already for this year. But let people know a little bit more than what you usually share in terms of why they should pick up the phone and call you, why they should email you, why they should go over to LinkedIn, what makes you different. And you all have a lot of value. So don't be afraid. Just put it out there in about a minute each.
Elevator speech.
Yeah. Mariska, I'm going to let you go first because you've had more sleep than all of us. No kidding. Because you're a day ahead.
Yeah, well, that makes all the difference, doesn't it? So, what I haven't shared on this platform yet, let's see. For this year, so last year I did some talking heads that people that has had some exposure to the platform may or may not have watched. And this year I'm continuing. So it is building on what we did last year. So that is something that I'm doing that's a little bit different, a little bit extra. And of course, I always enjoy bringing the flair of innovation. So the clients that normally work with me, because they're within their transition space, we really look at the possibilities, the opportunities that they have, the things that we thought of, and the things that might be hidden. So that is what I absolutely love doing with my clients. And if you are in a space where maybe you are a specialist wanting to move into leadership or in leadership and want to move further up within leadership, and you have a few clouds around your thinking, do contact me and we can clear the sky so that we can see broader horizons.
I love that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you. And I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this every show. Hello to anyone out there watching or listening. Please go over to LinkedIn and connect with these people. They're spending their time. Okay. Some people, it's the middle of the night. Okay. Other people, it's the morning, it's the afternoon. They're here because they want to help. So please go over and contact Mariska, Dr. Madeline, Caroline, and Janetta. Let's go over to Dr. Madeline.
Okay, I'm going to say that I am an absolute lover of creative hearts. and the creative voice and the soul voice. And I do believe I've been put on this earth to help awaken people to their true, authentic self of their heart, and what their passion is. And I do believe that I can help them to manifest in the best way possible. If they want to sing a song and sing and have their life story into a song, I can teach them how to sing that. Through the colors of the voice, I can help them to connect to their soul voice. And through the courses that I'm doing with Dr. Jacqueline, the elevated courses, I will help people to understand about soul language, heart language. And you need to do that these days, because 2023 is about liberation. Liberation in the way of, finally, this is your time, this is your platform, this is your life, and no one else is going to run your life for you. Well, if they do, I like it. So I will just say that I'm here as a soul voice awakener. And if you want to get on your true purpose in life, your passion, purpose, and belief, if you really want to explore that, then allow me to help you explore that, because I can help and connect you to your own soul voice, soul heart, and male and female energies as well, which I'll tell you later about that. But that's what I do. And you can find me on MadaleneCarrollChan@gmail.com. It's time.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chan. Caroline, you're on mute. You're up.
I help you literally bust your stress. And what I mean by that is I work with people in terms of their root cause issues. So whether it's physical stress, like aching pain, neck pain, back pain, physical pain, whether it's emotional pain like sadness, loneliness, heartache, bereavement issues, whether it's relationship issues, whatever it is that's you're complaining about is what I can help you with. And I work with root cause therapy using chakra psychology, how the mind and body connects and what happens to the person physically, emotionally, mentally when there's an imbalance. And the imbalance is the symptom. If you're not sure what the symptom is and you think and you say, I'm not stressed, I just don't sleep and I ache and pain, that's the way that it's manifesting in your life. And I help you move from the physical, emotional, mental pain, move from the pain in the mind and move you into the heart where you create your own inner peace. You have incredible sleep after you've had a consultation with me. And I'd love for you to reach out, because I offer a free consultation over Zoom, Skype, or even a call.
And how can they contact you?
Oh, you can contact me on nomorstress@live.co.uk by email, or by call, +44 if it's international, 0 if it's local, 7523 120 189.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Caroline. We want to make sure we tell people how to find us. So important. And JENETTA, over to you.
Yeah, well, so I have the epiphany process, which is a process that I researched and studied after my greatest life test of losing my 16-year-old daughter to suicide after she and I had an argument. And that argument escalated because both of us were missing skills, really powerful skills of communication. And after the loss of Jenny, it sent me on a mission to find out how to accurately communicate, to listen differently and to respond differently. And it comes from internal work where we address what one is most scared of not saying, and the retribution that will come by speaking your truth. And so the epiphany process enables you to speak without the fear of loss or extreme judgment that you will either judge others or be extremely judged and ostracized. And when you can speak from an open heart, it makes such a difference, and people respond completely differently to you when you're speaking from that place. So I provide tools to actually be able to step forward and change the way you interact with yourself and everybody in all areas of your life. And this last week, we had a big launch on the metaverse where my shop front, my office, was brought out with a whole load of graphics, the beautiful moving graphics. How my whole office has been designed full of symbolism. It's just amazing. In fact, I'm still having the video re-edited, and it'll be out soon. But within that, we were able to launch a new corporate side, because so much office politics happens from what's not said, because people are too scared to say it. So the way you communicate with team partners, colleagues, and clients isn't always effective. And if you're not getting results that you want, then what happens is confusing communication is what is preventing everyone from seeing that bigger picture that you can see. And the reaction to your communication can also be reactive, defensive, and sometimes clearly unclear. So because of that, others can be holding back with ideas, solutions, and confirming accurate understanding of your requirements. And this shuts down interactive communication, and your business can't thrive. So this is a new suite to the package. I mean, I have for the man in the street and the individual a whole two certification courses, and now adding this. And if you'd like to know more about how to powerfully communicate from a place of open-hearted clarity, certainty, and specificity, then you can get me at Jenetta, JENETTA, at theepiphanyprocess.com. And if you'd like to see more about the Epiphany Process and how it operates, go to the epiphanyprocess.com website. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here today. I just have some very quick announcements. I want to welcome our new elevated listener team member from Dubai, Katrina Valente. She is already one of our co-hosts on Secrets to Timeless Beauty. She's an internationally renowned celebrity facialist. She is also someone who specializes in reading of colors and tarot cards. She's a coach. So get to know more about her. The information on how to reach her is over on my Facebook pages. We also have a new show coming up that we'll be producing here for the British School of Excellence. It's called Lessons in Love. Oh, yeah. And that's coming. Yeah. What do you think of that? Okay. That is coming up on February the 8th, I believe. So more information to follow. And in case you just couldn't get enough of the first anniversary show, that's right, folks. The reunion show is coming in April 23rd. Yes, this is what I've been doing all day. Yes, this reunion show is coming April 23rd. It's open to all guests, team members, and fans. You can book in over on our website, usaglobaltv.com. All right, we're signing off for now. Keep your fingers crossed that my battery works. Otherwise, I'll be calling Madeline again. All right. See y'all later. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.